Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Touchy, touchy.
A hand? Anyone?
Who are you?
Just your average traveler stuck between realms. Pull me out, and we'll get properly introduced.
We're going to, since this is a special ability, we're going to attune ourselves to the sigil's magic, then bid it to quiet down. Also, I can click again to skip most of the animation.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
At what? Introductions?
At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the nautiloid as well.
I was, yes.
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
My patron offers me many gifts, but tadpole extraction is not one of them. I can't cure our parasites.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Your party is shown on the side of your screen. The portraits show your character's health and conditions. Drag the portraits apart to split the party. Ah, wait, what? It didn't, it's not doing it. Oh, is it split? Okay, I guess it is. I don't want the mage in the middle. Whatever, game. So now I'm F3. I don't want to be F3. I want to be the leader. Him, drag it on her.
Still alive, so that's progress.
As he just said, that's progress. So now let's also take a minute to configure this. I'll show you how I did that. we can toggle the hotbar lock, meaning that now I can move these things around. I'll go ahead and move it up an entire row, which is... The pin is not the word I'm looking for, which is exclusive or unique to the character. Unique is the word I'm looking for. So for example, I raised his to 4, but she's still 3, he's still 3.
Direct me.
What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move everything. So the Z, V, and dip. Like that. We're going to move foot, hide, and non-lethal attacks. So foot, hide, and I'll need to open up a spellbook to get non-lethal attacks. Then we'll need chair, throw, disengage. And throw does change its appearance, by the way.
I applaud you.
Chair, throw, disengage, and we'll put help here, attack here, and the special there. And now, yep, everything's the same. She needs to move her stuff around because I took her gear earlier. That's why her stuff's all messed up. Over there. It's class action, so I guess we'll put that over here and swap here. Not actually sure what this does. Distract your enemies with an illusion. Within 3 meters of the illusion, attack rolls have advantage. Now it says channel divinity. Recharge on short rest. But it's not a spell slot. Oh, there it, okay, I see what this is. All right, we'll put this back over here then for the time being. Here, this gives me, as long as she keeps this spell maintained, we would have concentration. And it's a cantrip, so I can just have it running all the time. But I'd have to make her cast it. Let's take a look at Gale. Additionally, when I said that she got 75 experience points when I pulled her out of the pod, I believe that everybody just sort of shares experience points. That's why he's capable of leveling up. If I level him up now, he should end up with the same experience points that Shadowheart has. We get to change this. Okay, so if he's an abjuration specialist, his spells protect him from harm, evocation, allies succeed and take no damage, necromancy, once per turn, kill a creature, get hit points back. Create water. I mean, I'm sure that's important in like a game, an actual tabletop game where the DM is saying you're in the desert and you need water or you die, but I don't think it's going to be valuable right now. I can charm or incapacitate. I can get 2 portent dice where I can change a die of an attack roll or saving throw to one of my die. Each die can only be used once, and I lose unused dice at the end of the day. Minor illusion. Elemental alchemy. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this one. It says, so basically I'm not gonna end up hurting my own dude when I cast ball lightning or something. That's probably not a spell anymore, I assume. Again, my knowledge of D&D is ancient. Find familiar and magic missile. I'm hoping that these are not bad choices. To make the most of his evocation spell school, I probably should pick something like Burning Hands. But I'm assuming that a familiar, even if it's something like a cat, is still going to give us a little bit more hit die in our party. You got to keep in mind that my character is still going to be level 1 with 8 hit points or something. So even a cat is going to be comparable to that. It'll take a hit, is what I'm saying. Magic missile. It doesn't say anything about attack roll or anything. And the description does say always hit the target. So that should be a sure thing. We're just going to go ahead and accept this. Alright, we're going to leave Tran unleveled up for the time being because I haven't 100% decided how we're going to level him.
Alright, what now?
I understand this makes my party a little weaker, but we should be okay. Maybe.
Hello? Over here!
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Easily. Stand back.
There. Can you see it? Shh. Not a sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need him alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
See, what's my chances here? +2 from melee weapon proficiency. We're gonna try for it. Natural 20. It's a critical success, so I should do triple damage, right?
You son of a...
That's a very orc thing to do.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Asterion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Put the knife away, and I'll tell you everything.
I'm not an idiot. It has to be those tentacled monsters. Something they did. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Glad to see we're all caught up now.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Asterion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
So did he attack me because he thought I was on the side of the intellect devourers or something? Because he asked me to fight an intellect devourer. He claims to have watched me kill them. He should know by now that I'm not on the mind flayer's side. I'm not 100% sure I follow what's going on here. Is my character actually Baldurian? That's probably part of his background. Sure.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles.
Clearly.
So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yes, unfortunately. They'll turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Control it. We need to get rid of it.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
You should travel with me. Our odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
And you seem like you could be a meat shield for us. So did we get a quest for Gale? Let's take a look. The Wizard of Waterdeep. A wizard named Gale joined the party. He claims to have been on the nautiloid, which means he's infected too. The Pale Elf. We met a strange elf who had also been infected with the parasite. He was hostile at first, but agreed to join us when he learned we were infected too. Let's see here. Character sheet. Hold on, maybe that's not the right way to do it. So he is a level 1 rogue. Or as many people typo it online, Rouge. Rouge, level 2. He gets Cunning Action Hide as a bonus action. Hide from enemies by succeeding stealth checks. Cutting Action Dash. Cover more distance. Double your movement speed. Isn't that what we already have? Cutting Action Disengage. Moving won't... Don't we have already? Oh, maybe these are... Okay, these are bonus actions. Okay, I get it now. Which means it just takes less action-y. Is that all I get to do? I don't get to pick anything for him? Sure. Now, I've always been partial to playing rogues in computer games because sneak attacks are just so powerful. You know what? We are gonna trade. You can have my leather armor, and I will take your fancy looking armor. I get to keep the hat though. Anything else? You have a dagger. What else is good for you? Do we have anything that's... This is better for, yeah, let's get finesse. Finesse should rely on your dexterity score. We're gonna probably go with that. With cantrips, I probably don't actually need to equip him with a crossbow. Though we'll do so just in case.
Might as well.
Trying to get the thing to pop up. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and move everybody's hotbar around. And I gave her the Githyanki plate armor. Okay, well, I mean, I don't actually have an animal handling proficiency, but I guess we could try. Let's see what it does first. Alright, maybe I should have tried to talk to it. Oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Because all only shows me things when my characters are close enough to detect it. Take everything. And we'll just send to camp. I've never actually been to this camp, but I can still send stuff over. Give him like lockpicks I just found. Give it tongs to him as well. Doubt he'll ever actually be able to use that. It's probably not an actual thing. I can craft my own potions, poisons, and elixirs using alchemy, gather ingredients to distill into extracts, and experiment to brew wondrous solutions.
Time to press ahead.
Alright, so we started down here. I guess this is the whole ship? Why would it crash straight down? I mean, I guess it could still be bigger than this, but realistically, if we fell from it and we were to go straight down and the ship was still flying, it should crash further ahead. So is this actually supposed to be the master room we were in? I don't think it is. I guess it could just be any circular area. Though I have no idea actually how big the ship is. This may not be the whole thing. I from exploring it, I would have assumed it's bigger, but when I look at the map, it looks kind of like the majority shape of a ship.
There, a mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion?
No. I should be furious, shouldn't I?
Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Wish it told me what the challenge rating was. Add a bonus. Let's try it. I need a 10. What was the bonus? I could ask. Oh, yeah. This is a free spell. Yeah, let's do that. It just automatically applies, or do I try it now? I think it automatically works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it crushed that.
Your minds fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
Right. Let's resist, obviously. I can click to minimize the animation.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
I assume I don't get experience if I close these eyes forever. I don't know. I am curious, though. Hold on, can I see character select? So I'm at 256 XP. I'm gonna select close those eyes forever just to see what happens. And then we can just load and come back. Oh, we got okay, we got 35 XP.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
The reason why I was thinking that I wouldn't get XP is I figured I would actually have to just do main hand attack and attack him manually, and then I would get XP. But 35 experience.
How much farther can I go?
I assume I can't cross this without burning unless I jump over one at a time with each character, but this map seems spaghetti enough that I can probably wrap around without having to jump. Alright, this is probably where I met Gale. I'd like her to auto cast it on me, just like keep it on forever, but I'll just have to remember to cast it manually. Recipe unlocked. Sauce of Rogue's Morsel.
Of course I want to be rich, but not if it'll get me killed.
Survival failed.
That's curious. I need a shovel to dig this up.
This is what you'd call metagaming, but yeah, I assume that people would generally be okay with it in the game. I knew that something had happened because we saw an obvious fail roll here. Do I have anything to dig this up? In a tabletop game, I'm assuming that the DM would be mad at you for that.
That's curious.
This is a quite side trip. I cannot pick up the skeleton. Lock. I really want to see what the difficulty level is, though. Tran's not carrying it. I am curious what happens if I...
Bet I can crack that open.
20, yeah, ouch. That's no good. Did it use my stuff, though? Let's make sure. Because I only had the 2 picks, and yes, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that when I was trying it, that it didn't break my picks just for canceling. So we need a 20. What's your proficiency, dude? +2 proficiency bonus. And I'm assuming it's a dexterity thing. So you'd have like a +5 or something.
At the ready.
Just being careful. Like my mum always said, fools rush in.
Okay, these guys have names and no attack icon. However, you should be concerned that the fact that there's a hatch over there, meaning that it's very likely that these guys will demand money from me or something, and then we'll fight. If it was a peaceful thing, a game, this map designer would not typically create a alternative route in. We'll try to trigger things that might be battles later. We'll continue to amass power first.
You think it's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. One of them carved up Zoru's whole squad.
So let's leave it.
And let the goblins have it? No. We take it to the grove.
Broken. Must have been here a while.
And yep, we're on the other side of that fire. No trap disarm toolkit available. I mean, could I just not trigger it?
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
Hiccup. Take everything. I mostly do it because of that one comment. I think it's funny to play into it.
Just leave it.
And when the goblins ally with it,
We'll be on the road to Baldur's Gate.
Don't be naive. When this thing strikes, there will be no soldiers to protect you. This isn't Alterel. Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I?
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
Remember how keen she was to leave me to die in the nautiloid? We can't trust her.
I mean, I'm gonna help her. I just don't want her demanding stuff of me. Can't I talk to them? Let's try. I mean, I assume if I leave, they don't gank her. So we're gonna select leave for now, and we'll come.
Coward.
Let's get the creature to camp. Then we'll look into the blast.
No,
Hold it still. I'll tie it up.
You expect a Githyanki to surrender? Imbeciles! Prove you're not a craven. Join me or die.
I don't want to fight. I mean, this is dumb. I wanted to talk things out.
Coward.
You can knock out enemies instead of killing them. Toggle non-lethal attacks. Sneak attack, adjacent ally. An ally is within melee distance of an enemy, allowing you to sneak attack it for more damage. I guess we'll try carrying out this battle using the non-lethal attacks, but I wasn't happy with any of those options. I wanted to say like, hey, she's our teammate. Leave her alone. Because I assume that they hate her because she's a Githyanki. And I'm not exactly sure what people have a problem with Githyanki about, but I mean, whatever. Normally in this case I would probably attack these guys, but she's red and not them, so we're gonna go ahead and just do... I do sneak attack. Well, apparently that killed her. I thought this is selected. Knock someone unconscious instead of killing them. Must be unarmed or use a melee weapon.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
Alright, well, I am loading. That's definitely not what I want. And I don't know if people are going to be unhappy with that, but with the fact I'm changing what's happening in the storyline instead of rolling with it, but none of those options was what I was looking for.